Hey guys, welcome to one of my short, quick videos. We're keeping them shorter these days, under 20 minutes, just the stuff that you need to fix your car, get the information, get back on the road, and I'm going to try not to leave anything out, and I'm going to try to make it quick. Stay tuned, let's go. '08 F250 sitting here on the bench. The onslaught of the Ford clusters continues. This one complaint is no, it doesn't light up. It has intermittent power. I already got the lens off, so I'm just going to move it over here to the side. Just a bunch of clips holding the lens on. Let's see what we got on the power-ups. If it will or if it won't. All right. Yeah, don't look like we got much of anything going on here. So, all right. I'm going to kill the power to it. Just the airbag light coming on. Bunch of clips holding this back panel on. We'll mark the stop points on our needles. Oh, that one is off, I can tell. It's like I said, somebody's already been in this one, so we'll do the best we can to get the needles back where they go. But once people been screwing around, this way I'll know where it came in at least. Like I said, that looks way off to me. Just rotate against the stops while you pull up and spin those needles off. All right, this is how we get this back piece out. A little upward pressure on the plug here. Start unclipping it from its housing, from its little home here. If you can get in there, you want to kind of peel this up like this, get this side loose, and then work your way over to the other side. It's a little difficult because you can't get a hold of the board down here. Some of them come out easier than others. This one's trying to come out now. Just kind of be patient. Work on your clips. Once you can get your thumb under the edge here, you got it. It's just a matter of getting the clips loose. Helps to have a young set of eyes, can see what you're missing. All right. Try it one more time here where I can get to some things and push around on some things. Looks like we've had some monkey business going on. I would imagine that's going to be a check engine light that's been covered up. Indeed it is. Fix the check engine light real quick. All right. See why this thing's not powering up real quick. Ooh, it's dirty. Dirty, 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 dirty. Get focused on it. Clean up that a little bit so I can take a look. I don't really see any problems there. We're going to see if we can get this to light off by pushing around on some things. Probably not going to happen. Got this big heat shield here, and there's a bunch of power supply action going on underneath there. Well, he said this was intermittent, and it looks more like it's totally dead. Oh. That might help. I'm going to do this again. Just playing around with the board here, see if I can get it to come on in any way. Nothing happening. Dead, dead, dead. Well, I gave up on this damn thing. Joe says he was pressing around on it, got it to come on. So, I guess I gave up too early.
Turn on.
Oh, yeah. He said he was pressing on this voltage regulator here, but I'm not recalling anything on these other than this via up here that causes problems. So underneath this is this big voltage regulator. Is that a bunch of dendritic growth? Put me on 4. This area right here. It's a little, yeah, it's got some growth on it. But three.
Almost powered up right there.
Huh?
It almost powered up when you did that. Saw the lights by your hands.
Well, only thing I could say, Joe, is perhaps just start soldering and see if we can make it come on, but I'm not seeing anything specific that I can find. Oh, that light's trying to come up. And these lights are trying to come up. No display.
I did that earlier. The whole thing powered up.
Well,
The gauges went off too.
How come your thumb works better than my thumb? That's just stupid. Look at it. Look at it. Joe's thumb works. Hang on. Let me get... Mine don't work. Joe's thumb, he can make some lights come on. I can't make nothing happen. Keep your head out the way. I do that a lot because if I can solder one component and then I can flip the switch and flip it back off and see if that fixed it, yeah. And if I remember correctly, that's the same voltage regulator that goes in the Chevys. Look at you, Joe. Damn. Sun shines on a dog's ass every now and then. All right, let's replace that with one of the Chevy's MOSFETs. Get one of them right there. Just ordered me a bunch more of this MTech flux, so we can just use the shit out of this because it's probably going to be in a couple of days. I've just got my blower here set on high and the airflow on low, so just let that get in place there. Do the rest with a standard iron. Boom. Beautiful work, bro. I don't know where you got your training, but dude must have been good. Right on. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and do the standard reflow on the headers, which that's just something we do on all Fords. And looks like we have the solution for that one right there. All righty.
So you said it worked for a day and then right back to the same thing.
We're going to let Joe go ahead and finish this one. This is his puppy. It's like he shot this deer. So he gets to gut it and clean it and everything. You know, because I'm showing my appreciation. Joe even knows to clean up his flux. Look at him. Oh, you're going to clean the whole board, aren't you? So if you want to learn instrument cluster repair, apparently I've got a good pedigree at teaching it. Of course, you're going to have to come here and work for free for a year. Well, you ain't exactly work for free, but you ain't been getting rich either. I don't know. Get her back together. It's all you. Now, where we set the needles on that one probably aren't going to be on the marks. What I would do is just, is it one of the ones that start? No, it starts on 0. Some of the Fords, they start on 10. So I would just set everything to 0. You can actually use this as a reference if you want to power this one up. I got one. I got one out because I didn't have any faith in us being able to fix that one for some reason, and power that one up and kind of see where the needle's set from a natural point of view, and you use it as a reference. Joe saved that cat about $150 difference between replacing his cluster and fixing it. Think you get another lottery ticket out of that? The other day, guy come in and Joe fixed his cluster, and the guy gave him a lottery ticket as a tip, which I kind of thought was cool. You know, that's like, that could be big ass tip.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it was or not. Was G making money off of that?
Nope.
Not a dime. So
I Actually, I think I want $2 off.
So you had the anticipation of a tip, but you didn't actually get a tip.
You know, just a little tease.
So what would you rather have, cash in hand or the lottery ticket?
Depends if it's a winning lottery ticket.
You're doing all the same things you tell me not to do. I think that cat wanted you to win too, man. He was like, he's like, I feel, what do you see? He was like, I feel lucky about this one. Here, you take this one. Pretty damn close. Did you put them on the marks, or did you just put them where you thought?
Oh, I thought.
Pretty decent eye. A little high on the speedo, a little low on the tack, a little high on the gas. A little low on the gas still. So you don't ever want to adjust these needles with the power on. You turn the power off, give it just a little tweak there, and then repower it up and check your needles. Still a little high on the gas. I like it on the lower edge of that deal, so because you don't ever want to lead anybody to believe it got more gas than what they really have. In case you're wondering out there in TV land, YouTube land, that is why some gauges will tell you the car is empty, and it is empty. And some gauges will go a little bit past empty. So don't ever trust your gas gauge to that extent. Version of the cluster, the one with the blue plug on the single blue plug on the top. They make 100 different clusters for those F-150s, it seems like. That voltage regulator is, I look back in my notes, and that voltage regulator is known to go bad. So that may get you where you want to be if you've got a loss of power. Also, those header pins that we resoldered, those are very typical as well. So, and there's also some vias up in the upper right hand corner of the board that tend to fail and cause problems with the display going out. What you do on a via is you test on one side, test on the other for continuity with the board in between. It's a pain in the butt, but it's the way you got to find a broken via. All right, you guys, I'll see you on the next one. Appreciate you. Thanks for coming in and spending some time with us. Hey, if you like what you saw here today, get down there in them buttons, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want to get advised of the new content as it's released. My name is John. We've been here in San Antonio for over 20 years fixing electronics. We specialize in automotive, but we definitely can fix any component level repairs you might need. The company is Automotive Electronics. You can look us up on Google's Automotive Electronics in San Antonio, and you'll find us every single time. Until next time, I hope all your repair attempts are successful. Hopefully you save yourself a little cash along the way. I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks a lot. We'll see you in the next video.